G'day, Tonia Reeves here, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. Good evening, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are throughout the world. Lovely to connect. Thank you for joining the show today. We really appreciate it. It's what keeps us on the air. So thank you very much. I thought I love swapping up where I take my videos from. So I thought, I've got a really cute picture here, which is one of my favourites. But we were laughing because I only realised that if I stand right in front of it, I've got some really good horns going on there. And normally my horns are hidden under here. So anyway, it's a bit of a laugh. So there you go. You get to see them today. So it's perfect. Anyway, I had a bit of a laugh when I realised that. So I hope you're all riding out this new full moon energy okay. It has been fairly intense, to say the least. I've had that many calls and that many readings and connections for people just with stuff going on. There's been a lot of massive shifts and changes, and it's almost like this is our little reminder, or not little, it's actually pretty massive, that if you're not in alignment with something, it's getting wiped out, and it's getting, it's like rugs are being pulled out from under people, and we're getting massive realizations, which is, again, still a powerful tool. But if we look at it from a positive angle and see what we need to let go of to bring in the new, then, that's a great way of looking at it. So as hard as it can be, because some of these situations that, with some of the reads I've been doing, it's pretty tough. So, relationships that have just been flipped on the edge, and people are finding themselves separated, single, that, with no prior, warning, I suppose, or not being aware of it. And same with jobs being cut and things like that. So just know that, I always say with change brings as good as, if not better. So as much as it's hard at the time and not taking lightly going through any situation, it is always good to know that, you will come out the other side. So just hang in there. So, yeah. So prior to starting my reads today, I wanted to share a couple of, I'll probably get time for one story before I start. And I had a great connection this week with a lovely girl that I met through her mother, and she's a beautiful soul. I've only sort of met her face-to-face once before, and we just on a social level, and she's always very shy and not one to open up to people and communicate. And so I've sort of connected with her via her mum, and she's a lovely girl. There's a lot of uncertainty around her at the moment, and has been a little bit this year. So she's been in a bit of a struggle situation, but I was able to, with connecting for her, bring through her father. And it was really profound how he sort of got through her mother, who is somebody that I know well. He's then encouraged me to connect to her daughter, who lives a fair way away, and, give some messages and just be reassuring to her. So it was interesting how we haven't actually got to connect and have a reading yet, but he was able to give me some insights to give to her, just to help her with what she's going through at the moment. And it was really quite profound. One of the things, and I thought, I'll have to share with you all, is he said to me, tell her to check the oil in the car. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, so off I go, and I'm saying to her, check the oil. He's saying to check the oil in the car. I don't know whether that's what he used to do when he was alive or for you, but he's just telling me that I have to pass that message on. So she was blown away, because not 2 days before, she had this inkling to think, I really need to check my oil. She hadn't done it yet. So it was like he was there going. So to me, that was confirmation that he was around. He was giving her that message, and she was a little bit like, just it popped into her head. And that's quite often when we connect with spirit, we think, it just popped in our head. It's a thought, and we don't realise that they're influencing that. So that was really profound. So she's since gone and checked the oil in the car, and it was overdue for a service. So she said, yeah, I needed to. So that's the kind of messages that and the bottom line with that, it wasn't even just in the message, it was the sense of peace she got from knowing he was around and he was doing what he could for her on the other side. And that's a really massive thing that we can all get that message. Going to see someone, if you're not 100% sure, go and see a good psychic medium. We are everywhere. You know, there's so many, and there's always a perfect person that you resonate with for you. So don't doubt if you feel drawn to go to somebody and they help you, you know, strengthen that connection to those in spirit, because they are always there. But sometimes we just need somebody to prompt us and go, yeah, this is, you know, this is the signs. Here's the signs. So always trust in that and know that, you know, that they're around. All you have to do is ask. So don't forget to ask, because, you know, that's a big part of it, is to set that intention and be aware of the messages. So we always get them, but don't just write them off as a coincidence or thinking, is that just a thought in my head? Okay? So that's my message today, is to trust what you get and know that they will be there giving you signs. And, you know, as a psychic medium, it's our responsibility to get that message to you clear so that you can get confirmation that spirit is around. And that's part of why we do what we do and why we love doing what we do, because the spirit want to communicate with you and we want to be able to give you those messages and be really clear on things so you know who you're connecting with and you know that they're around to help you. So you're not on your own, is what I have to say. All right, I'm going to my first caller, Tom, in Pleasanton, California. Tom, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Good, really good. Thank you for calling in. Would you like me to tune in a bit for you, or did you have something specific you'd like to ask?
I don't.
Cool. I love that. First thing I picked up when I saw your name flash up is you're quite spiritual. So do you tune into your psychic side?
I do.
Yeah.
I also ignore it quite frequently as well.
As we all do for ourselves. So, yeah, I can see that around you. It's like I'm shown that you are quite in tune and you get strong messages, and you also have a good sense of when those in spirit are around you. So I have to say you do get the messages, and, again, what you do with them is totally your call, but they're strongly around you. And there's also a male in spirit around you. Is your father passed?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, okay, because it's like he stepped in straight away. Could I ask, is he tall and would stand up fairly straight? Because I feel like this gentleman's quite standing up straight, or he's showing me he's standing up straight. So whether he wasn't standing up straight prior to passing, but it's like he's showing me he is now.
He might be trying to tell me to stand up straighter.
So there's also an element with him coming through around forgiveness. So, and I feel like that's something that he's bringing forward that he's worked through more so than you, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. It's like he concedes now in spirit that there were things that he could have changed or you know, maybe done a little bit better, and he wants you to know that. Now, have you got children around you?
I have a child, yes.
Yeah, okay, because it's almost like he also was making reference to you being a good dad, like you're not the same as him, or you've learnt the lessons that what not to do.
That's relevant. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Now, there's also something with what you're doing at the moment. So he's showing me something around the career. Are you looking at changing path, or there's a different direction that I feel like there's an opportunity that's, if it's not there now, is coming up for you?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, because it's like it's time for a change. You've been the same old things doesn't excite you anymore, and it's like it's time for you to get a bit excited and do something that's more for your calling, because there's an element for you where doing things for others and being of service is really big, and it's like you've kind of done that for a while, but you don't get the pleasure out of what you're doing at present, and it's time to change that up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. So in that, he's showing me, so have you, over here in Australia, we have a few networks where you put you put up like what you do and your qualifications and things, and it's kind of like places where headhunters can go and look up your info for opportunities to, say, of employment, because I feel like it's only a case of you putting it out there and this new opportunity will come along, and it's not far away.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, because it's like I'm not shown that. It's just like you've kind of opened up to that idea, but it's ready to be, the lid's ready to be lifted off, ready for you to then go, yes, I'm going to grab this and take it. There's also, he's showing me that travel's important for you, or making time to travel. So I almost want to say like booking to go away and have that sense of fun. It's almost like you've been in Struggleville for a little while.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So he's saying tell him to go away, even if it's for a weekend. It's like getting back into, it's like you've almost lost your way a little bit, Tom, I want to say, and also lost that how can I put it, like that sense of self and that confidence. So it's like something needs to shift there to help you stepping into this whole new, it's like a new energy. It's not just with your work. It's like there's a whole new Tom to arise, I have to say.
I feel like if I can get through this, I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And can I say you will? And because your dad's showing me like you're very strong, but it's also you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable too. So it's like this is the with what's happened is a case of you collecting all that strength within you to move forward into. There is a transformation through this. So in a way, I feel like maybe you might think, oh God, I can't see that at the moment, but there is that element, and it is this year. It's not something you've got to struggle through for months.
That's wonderful.
So trust that, and maybe the fact that the initial message was your psychic. It's like we need you using that now more than ever.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I appreciate that. It does.
Yeah.
I've had a. Yes, it very much does.
Yeah, because and don't be hard on yourself or feel like you have to push through. Like it's massive, and the allowing yourself to go through that process is really important too. So don't feel you have to just man up and move on with things, which often as men, it tends to be that pressure to just get on with things, but allow yourself to go through this and do what you need to help you, because it's like you need to be number one now. You haven't been number one for a long time.
It hasn't been on my priority list, no.
No. So please know that you're well supported, and reach out, Tom, because it's like I'm shown you've got good connections, so don't feel like you have to sit in this by yourself.
Are those connections my spiritual family, or?
These are people around you in the physical world as well as your spiritual family.
Okay.
Okay? Because there's some new ones coming in, but it's like don't be afraid to share. It's like a problem, shared is halved, and it's like you need to have people that can, be there around for you, and it's about time that you ask for help rather than being the one everyone comes to for help.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Good. Now, I've got to go on to my next caller, Tom, but please feel free to message me. My Facebook page is Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. Connect with me. I can help you on the path of a little bit of healing as well. I've got a couple of meditations I can email out to you. So just get in contact. I'm more than happy to help you and, just to help on this journey. You don't have to do it alone.
Thank you.
And I mean that sincerely.
A spiritual calling that I'm not allowing myself to
Yeah.
to embark on. And that's something I'm struggling with right now. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's there for you and you've got it all. It's just for you to step in at the right time. So trust that the signs will be there, but you step into it in a big way. I don't have a doubt of that.
That's wonderful.
All right. So please connect and I'll send you through the meditations and we'll do what we can to really get you back on track.
I appreciate more than you know. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tom. Sending lots of love and healing your way. All right. I've got Dana in Southington, Connecticut, USA.
Yes.
Now, is it Dana or am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, it's Dana.
Dana. Lovely. Lovely. Dana, I pick up horses around you. Do you have horses around you?
I'm sorry?
I picked up straight away looking at your name, horses. Is there horses around you or am I getting horses as a representation?
As a representation, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Because I'm like, oh, and I was also drawn to my horses are out in the paddock where that's directly where I'm looking at the camera and they're running around and, you know, like going crazy and it's almost like that sense of freedom. So I was drawn to them and I'm like, they're going to fit with you somewhere. And it's like, okay, so we're talking freedom for you and letting go of any restrictions.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, woohoo, yes. And you're already in that, like you've had the realisation of what you need to do and you've started this journey off, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, okay. So have you just stepped into doing something for yourself, as in what with career, or where does you stepping into yourself fit?
Just trying to look into, my spiritual side and getting, to know myself better and just trying to be a good person, basically, is what I've been doing lately.
Yep. And what about what you're doing for work at the moment?
I'm a nurse.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so healing's part of that as well.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like there's something that you're going to step into that's a little bit different to what you're doing now.
Okay.
And it's not definitely like a far way away from nursing, but it's like you're going to do some short courses, and this is where the spiritual side comes in, where you'll incorporate that into what you're doing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because it's like it's almost like I want to say a little bit like what I picked up with Tom. It's like you're ready to get your teeth into something a bit more ideal for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, you're great at your nursing and, it's something you do enjoy, but you just got this push to go, there's more out there for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I want to encourage you to invest in doing some short courses and connect, because with the spiritual growth for you, it's also with connecting with other like-minded souls. So it's like you'll meet this whole new, I want to say like a group that vibrate on the same level that you're immersing yourself in at the moment, and that will make it easier for you to step into that spiritual area, because you'll raise your vibration with them and you'll start to have others that you can connect with and have those conversations about connecting to spirit, about, I tuned in the other day and gave that person a message and it was relevant.
Good.
Because you're really good at that, and it wouldn't take much for you to open up and be very good at it. And there's something, do you have your own set of cards, or where does the angel cards fit in?
I see a lot of angel numbers. Those come into play a lot with me, and every time I do, I say a little prayer or, say my blessings.
Beautiful.
I try to pay attention to signs and things like that.
Yeah, and I feel like with the cards, like if you haven't got any, look into getting a set of cards, something like a deck that you resonate with, because I can see you having a bit of fun with it and having your cards and saying to people, here, pick a card, and it'll be a relevant message, and you'll be able to bring that into what you're doing day to day.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's almost like that's a little opener for you to go, I'm tuning into different things and start adding that spiritual element that you already have within you, but just it's a way of, being able to bring that out. And cards are a great way to do that because you can have a little bit of fun with it and connect, for your friends and family and that kind of thing. And I know because they're showing me when I said family, they're like, oh, like, so obviously some of them are a little bit, might think that's a little bit left of centre, but I feel like there are some around you that you could share that with that would be fun. Connecting with others that are like-minded is going to make a big difference. And it's funny because I feel like there's some things I'm repeating from connecting with Tom before. There's also travel. Have you booked your holiday?
No.
Yeah. Is this somewhere you've been thinking or – because I feel like they're saying to me, go on the holiday.
Yeah, I've been thinking about visiting a friend lately, so that would probably be fun if I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, again, a little bit like the first read, it's connecting and having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's really that little injection of it's going to make a difference for you.
That would be good.
Yeah, awesome. What else? So there's a woman in spirit around you who's got a lot of wisdom. So I feel like this might even be a grandmother. Let me see. She's got light-coloured hair. I feel like I want to she's her hair. She was particular with her hair because she's showing me her hair. Would this be your grandmother on your mother's side? So I feel like it's a mother.
On my father's side, probably. They're both in spirit,
and did you spend time? Yeah. Did this one you spent time with her when you were younger, but she did pass, I feel like, when you were a bit younger as well. So, yeah. I don't know, I feel like she's showing me. Yeah. So, but you used to spend time with her. So did she look after you or?
We'd visit a lot.
Yeah. And it's almost like you were special to her. Were you the only girl or the youngest girl?
The youngest, yes.
Yeah. She had a bit of a soft spot for you, I have to say. Just quietly.
That's good.
And I feel like with her coming through, it's a little bit like the psychic side was from her lineage. Not necessarily that she used it, but I feel like it's come down the line through there.
Yep.
And because she's laughing, is your mum not that way inclined? Because I feel like it might have skipped a generation there.
I think my mother tried more so than could, and my grandmother probably knew that.
Yeah, because she's just laughing. It's like you've got the gift, but it kind of jumped a generation. So just the way she's a bit of a character as well, and she's a hard worker. And she says, and that's part of that message is you're working hard, and it's you need to have that break to balance things out. And also when we're connecting and stepping into our spiritual energy, we need to be able to have time to reflect and get away from the hustle and bustle. So it's like there's that part of you having the break that will bring it in even quicker and clearer, I have to say.
Okay.
And I know it's probably cooler weather over there, but it's like she's showing me you're taking your shoes off and wandering around because I'm like going, I feel like I'm walking on the earth, reconnecting.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and that's important for you.
Definitely.
Awesome. So the sense of freedom is like you've left something behind. Does that make sense this year?
It does. I recently had a breakup in a relationship, so.
Yeah. And there was signs of that for the last couple of years. Would that be right? Because I feel like she's saying the signs were there, but it sort of finally – it's a little bit like I spoke of earlier in today's show, this full moon, all this energy around at the moment. So many people are going through separation and it's like things are being pulled apart. And as hard as it seems at the time, it's like it's necessary for us to go through that growth to be where we need to be. And it's almost, if they're not in alignment, they have to go. And it's as hard as it is. It's not easy.
Exactly.
Especially being together for a long time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But it's like for you, the horse symbol is you will not look back. I feel like you already feel a bit like that.
Exactly. Definitely.
Yeah, it's like, and sometimes it's hard to see when we're in that situation, but when we're on the other side of it, you know, we get to have that realization that it really is for the best, as hard as it is. And in our human existence, we all hate change. It's easy to sort of think, oh, I'll just go along and hopefully something will change. But I always say, you know, with change, it brings better, you know, as good as, if not better. And for you, it's about finding yourself first. So it's like there's somebody definitely out there for you, but you're going to do a lot of soul searching first.
Yes, I believe that.
Yeah. And it's like you're going to, you know, the butterfly's like, woo, ready to go. So who you attract in after that's totally different. It's like on a spiritual level, massive change, and you know, that will be a real positive connection of two like-minded souls, and it won't be hard, I have to say. Okay.
That sounds good.
All right, I better sign off before I get kicked off.
Well, thank you very much for your time and everything today. Blessings to you, and I hope you have a lovely night.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for ringing in. Really appreciate it. Lovely to connect.
Oh, I appreciate it too. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dana. Take care. Okay, wrapping up. The show has flown past, as they always tend to do. Thank you so much for connecting. Lovely show as per usual, and I will be back same time, same place next week. Have a wonderful week. Keep the faith, I want to say, with this energy around at the moment. There's a lot of people struggling, and I just want to send out some amazing healing energy to help with that, and know that you're not alone. Please ask for help. People love to be great help, and when you're a great person yourself, you deserve to be able to ask for support. So please ask for support. All right, thank you so much. Australia Psychic Cowgirl signing off. Woohoo!